Eddie, you little pussy. I've seen you with them two brothers. More like lovers. If you want a bit, let's sign some papers, bitch.
Alright guys, welcome to the Two Fat Lads. We've got a special guest on today. So we have Stefan on.
Stefan.
Stefano.
Yeah, Stefan.
Oh, it's posh, is it?
Founder and owner from Bad to the Bone. So Steph's brought in one of his champions, Mr. Pest. Mr. Pest, well, Ray, thanks for joining us.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
You are a boxing, bare knuckle boxing champ.
WWB, mate. Yeah.
WWB.
Yeah, world's weakest boxer.
Right. Okay.
And then I went to what is it called? MMA.
What is it called?
Bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle. Yeah. I thought I'd take bare knuckle on. Pretty much completed boxing. So.
Completed it, have you?
Yeah.
What weight class are you in?
Feather.
Are you?
Yeah.
You look pudgy for feather.
No.
No.
It's all water, mate.
Right.
Are you going to go up a stage?
I don't even know if that makes any sense.
We're open getting to paperweight.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting up to the paperweight division.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Right. Okay. How do you, man of your fitness, how do you find the training and all that? Because obviously it's rigorous.
Frustrating.
Frustrating? What do you mean?
The other people around me, you know, like in school, I was sort of like in one of them sets where I was overperforming. All the other kids were frustrating me, and like it feels like that again.
I don't think he's overperformed anywhere in his life.
It's been hard dealing with his power.
Yeah.
Right, I was just going to ask you, Steph.
Has it?
Obviously, I mean, a lot of the people can't stand the power of Pest.
Your hands up, mate, and protect yourself.
I was trying to.
That's my combo.
So it's, I mean,
You can call me Ray, don't worry.
yeah. So we obviously, I mean, we've had to bring in bigger opponents for him.
Yeah.
I mean, his power's a different level. When he lands, they go in sleep.
Right. Right.
We had a guy that looked exactly like you as well when we had a boxer on.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Oh, Mr. File.
Yeah,
He's your cousin, isn't he?
yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you looked similar.
Yeah.
You got Ray Pest and Peter File, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's quite a family.
Have you ever fought him?
No.
No.
No, he's a different league, he is.
Does below or above?
Wait, above.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Peter, yeah.
So you're not scared of anything, are you? That's the thing about you as well.
Hey, we're still talking about me?
Yeah,
We got back to the bone
I
here.
know, I just want to say you're not scared of anything, are you?
No.
You're brave, you're
Yeah.
hard, so you wouldn't care about that.
Get fucked. Fucking get fucked! Get away.
The thing is, I knew what you were tuning him up for straight away.
So this is a black beetle.
Obviously, pest control.
Yeah, we've got a problem in this room, so I don't know if you can see that. And we were chomping into these on our last podcast, so you'll see that soon. And you're a big fan, weren't you?
Yeah, massive fan. He's got the arse bitten off him.
That's because that's the bit off him.
You've had his arse, haven't you?
I did, I love his arse. Got right in there, I did. Are you, do you want to taste?
Oh, get fucked!
Oh god.
I've been sick now. Want to get some fucking tissue?
Yeah, just so you can see.
Look at the guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look great.
You're a dick. Get fucked.
So apart from insects, other than that, your nails aren't you, mate?
Hard as fuck.
Yeah. Well, I'm honoured to have you on here.
Yeah, thank you.
So can't wait to sort of delve a little bit more deep into your history soon.
Okay.
But not your internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the internet.
Oh no.
He's private browser all day, mate. Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah.
Right, great. So I think Steph, our director over there, might have some a plan.
Yep.
Well, actually, to be fair, cut that a little bit. So, Steph, what I wanted to
Just
ask
do
you...
yourself, mate, because if you could. Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
Take two.
So while we've got you on, Steph, I wanted to ask you more about like Bad to the Bone. How did how did it come about? How did you get started?
So before I was doing Bad to the Bone battle, we were doing unlicensed boxing. Some people call it, so it's known as white collar. Some call it semi-professional, but it's basically it's unlicensed fighting. And because obviously you've got the British Boxing Board and so on, they're licensed fighters. So anything out of that and out of amateur is it's unlicensed. So we were doing that for a long time. Now I've always been fascinated in bare knuckle since a kid, from watching the Travellers fight, and then going up watching the likes of Bartley Gorman, James Quinn, and so on. And I've always been fascinated. So I wanted to, I mean, there was companies at the time out there doing it, but I wanted to get involved and wanted to put them on. But there was a lot of red tape, as you can imagine, for putting an event on like that. So 2018, I started putting things together to then get started. And we did his first show, which was 2019. And like I said, I mean, I love the fact of bare knuckle. I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that do it different ways. They'll do it holding and hitting, where I've stuck to the Queensberry rules, the heritage of bare knuckle, where it begun. So it's your boxing, and that's keeping it a sportsmanship.
Right.
That's how we did it.
Right.
When you first started, how many fights did you have in the first card?
I've always had big cards. I mean, we're known for big cards. I've had like 25 to 30 bare knuckle fights in one night. But it sounds a lot of fights, but what you've got to imagine is for the fans that watch the sport, some people sometimes you can see a fight go on for the rounds. Sometimes you can have a fight where it will just go one round. It can go one punch. It's bare knuckle. One punch can land, bad cut damage, opponent can't see, the fight stopped straight away. I mean, everything, the way we work and everything, like I say, we've stuck to Queensberry rules. We've got a lot of your medics on board, doctors on board with us at the show. So if there's anything that's seriously damaged, the fight is over.
Right, okay.
I'm assuming more often than not it's a knockout. It doesn't go rounds.
You do get a lot of knockouts. Like I say, as you can imagine, there's no gloves, so you can get a lot. But you tend to get a lot more knockouts within boxing because with a glove, basically, a lot of people who don't understand bare knuckle, and they'll just label it brutal, barbaric as such. But when boxing originally started hundreds of years ago, it was bare fist. But what they did from there, because the opponents were getting so much damage, the fists were getting bad and the cuts were getting bad, so they went to a piece of leather that wasn't working, so they went to the glove. But the glove is basically to protect the hand, to protect the person as such from getting external damage. But with putting a glove on, it allows you to hit it harder. Imagine anything hitting quite an hard object. You put a glove on, you won't mind hitting it. You try it with your hand. You'll hit, and it's same as bare knuckle. So you hold back your punches, so you're not delivering these heavy blows. And more often, with a glove on, you'll hit the opponent a lot more. Right. So with bare knuckle, you see the external damage side of it. Your cuts, it looks bad to the outside. People don't follow it. The cuts, the blood, you'll see all that. But with boxing, it's what you'll see. It's the internal damage, what you don't see, what you can't see from the outside.
Right. Have you done it yourself?
We've had a lot of fights back in the day. Straighteners as such, but not in the ring. It wasn't happening when I was younger in the ring. If it was, I'd have been all over it. Because I love it, the passion of it. It's the most. What could you say? It's the most brutal sport in the world. But as well at the same time, it's one of the most respectful sports. I've been around the boxers for many years. And you find boxers sometimes can be a bit more cocky as such, and arrogant as such. But you don't find that with bare knuckle. You meet some amazing people. I'm lucky to meet people from all over the world that fly over to fight on the shows and on the platforms.
And what's your goal with Back to the Bone at this point then? What's your ambition?
I've always been a person, I don't start to set out to be second best or third best. I set out to be the best. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a big struggle to get up there, because you've got the likes of big people who are invested into companies and so on. So it's been an hard struggle. But what we have is we're the only Queensberry rule bare knuckle company in the world. So everybody else went to the other side. They went to the circle, they went to the triangle. I've stuck to the roots of bare knuckle fighting and in boxing. We fight in a ring, and we do the Queensberry rules. So we're boxing, we're not holding and hitting. So that makes us stand out from everybody else.
Right. Okay. Interesting. We have the pleasure of sponsoring Bad to the Bone. So we've signed a contract to work with Steph and his team and everything else. So that's something that we're looking forward to.
Looking forward to getting the events, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be an interesting experience. Not something that we've been to before. So we've been to boxing and stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing a different side of it. And it should be good, shouldn't it?
You mean, like I say, you'll love it. You'll meet the lads who've flown over, and it's great to get in touch. We talk to some of these lads and talk to them about the backgrounds, because you've got many people with backgrounds. You imagine ex-forces and so on. You mean you're going to meet people who've been ex-drug addicts. Right. And they've changed the ways. You've got a lot of people who suffer with mental health, and the release for them is the bare knuckle. Right. You mean you've got people who can be one day they work in an office, in a suit. And on the weekend they're fighting bare knuckle. And that's the good part of it. You're meeting so many different people, and there's no animosity, no arrogance against anybody. They're all really good people, and then you can watch them, and you'll be talking to them once a minute, and you probably didn't know, and then later on you're like, that's that guy I've been talking to, and that's the good part of bare knuckle and the lads that we attract. So it's good.
What is it you do as a day job, Ray?
Me? So I do the same as my cousin. So I'm a part-time care assistant for children. But then in the night, I do a lot of photography.
At night?
So I'm not professional in that field yet. But
okay.
I'm getting a lot of practice on it at the moment.
Okay. Thanks.
Cheers, Ray.
Hey. Nice one, Dan.
Yeah, appreciate the question.
We'll get back to you, Ray. I don't want you to feel left out at any point.
No problem.
So if you've got anything you want to interject, please.
Yeah, I actually do. So pay-per-view. Where do you see that going? Like, where are you at now compared to sick? Sick. Where are you currently at with the pay-per-view? Is it just online, or is it on TV? And where?
So we're online. It's an online platform. I am in talks now with. I can't go into detail. I am in talks now with a big company getting involved, which will be it'll be a massive big change for us. So we're working on this at the moment. We want to bring bare knuckle more mainstream as well. So it's on the telly, so families can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And not get this red tape as such, as if it's a barbaric sport, because it is not a barbaric sport.
I think that's the problem, isn't it? I think because people don't understand it, they just label it as something that's not right, or that it is barbaric. But
of course it is.
You hear bare knuckle and it sounds horrific, doesn't it? Like, just off the name. So I think that is the problem. I think there's a massive misconception around the sport that people think it to be something it's not, and I think people would probably shy away from going to the event because they'd probably be fearful of the type of people that they think would be at the event. I do think there is a massive misconception around what the sport is.
You mean it's like it was known and labelled it was a gentleman's sport, and that's why we've tried to keep it the way it is. I mean, I have a lot of people asking me, can my kids come and I've got no problem with kids coming to the event, because I don't want to be hidden from people. I want the more younger people and built up with where we are now have watched it and can explain to people it's not what we expected. That isn't. You mean, and you mean, like I say, it is an extreme sport. It is a violent sport, but it isn't anything. You mean, you've got MMA. You've got people elbowing knee into the face with the most hardest part of the body. Also putting them in chokes. We're stopping the oxygen supply to the brain. So how can our sport be more barbaric to their sport?
Yeah. Out of interest for myself and for anybody watching, where can you watch it?
So when we go live, we'll send out the links all over social media of Bad to the Bone, and our social media's always been good. That we've got a lot of followers, the fighters, the share, and so on. The platform shared everywhere, and it goes worldwide. When we check in as views, we're hitting Brazil, places. Mexico, America, Australia, because we have fighters from Australia coming over. So we've got a good following.
Have you, all the events that you've hosted so far, have they been in the UK? And if so, do you want to change that?
So we're in the UK. I'm moving up and down the UK. We were in Stoke. Obviously, I put him in Stoke because, like yourselves, I'm from Stoke.
Yeah.
We try and bring back as much as we can to Stoke, like yourselves do. I mean, helping Stoke, supporting Stoke, because now of how we are. I mean, there's not a great deal going on around here anymore, is there? I mean, the nightclubs are closed, everywhere's shutting.
Yeah.
So I've always stayed here, but in order to me to grow bigger, I mean, I'm getting people from asking me to put shows on. I mean, I've got a guy asking me to try to put one on in Mexico. We're looking at Thailand. So I'm moving up from just out of Stoke up and down places. I mean, we've got a big show on Barnsley on the 19th of April. We've got Danny Christie fighting a guy named Brett May. Danny Christie was BKFC fought for their world title. So that's got. I mean, that's a virtually sold out event straight away. That's I mean, weeks away. That is a few months away. Yeah. So like I say, we try and move up and down. I want to cover South. We want to get into Scotland. Scotland's a country. Yeah, what's a country? It's the same. That Scotland don't allow bare knuckle. So I've got fighters travelling from Scotland to come to us to fight for us. So you mean we want to try and get into Scotland, which we're moving on now. I mean we want to be the first bare knuckle company to be in Scotland. So that's the plan to go forward. I want to get out into Europe. I mean I was in talks with somebody from Dubai to take it over there. When I went we did the slap team with Eddie Allnut, went out there. So we've been looking at taking it to Dubai. I had a member of she's like the PA, is it?
Yeah, like a PA.
Yeah. So we had a PA come over from Saudi Arabia on my last show. So they want to try and get us looking at stuff in Saudi and that, so which has been good.
Okay. Oh, brilliant.
The Eddie Hall stuff, how was that?
Amazing. Absolutely fantastic. You mean, I've known Eddie a long time, since he was a young kid, and Eddie was a young kid. He used to train at the gym where we used to train. We used to have a lot of good time, and I mean, the guy, he's fantastic, like, very, very funny, down to earth guy. You mean, and what he's done, it just shows everybody. If you want to do something, if you put enough time in it, want it enough, you can do it. He did it. He said you'd be world's strongest man. Look what he achieved.
What's your aim?
Just make it for the day.
Yeah, mate.
Maybe a shout out to Eddie, or maybe like, do you want to give Eddie a call out?
Yeah, he looks like a natural matchup.
Call out to Eddie?
Yeah, because he's copied your hairstyle.
That pussy? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, you know.
You don't want the smoke?
He doesn't.
You do. Go on, Ray. This camera.
I don't think I can, you know, mate.
he's already got. He's panicking.
He's proper dry mouth.
Is that fucking radiator still on, like?
Wanted to see the fight, wouldn't you?
Right, Eddie. I forgot my fucking name.
I bet Eddie's shitting it, mate.
Ray Pest.
What am I saying, right, Eddie?
This is like when that Babacorn wanted to fight.
Ray,
It's like the same
Ray,
thing.
Mr. Pest.
Like one of them gypsy calls.
Raymond. Call yourself Raymond.
Raymond Pest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's me, Raymond. I know you've been ducking me.
You've been talking.
And he've been
Yeah,
done.
just say, I don't know if you're fighting two brothers or lovers.
Do some shadow boxing and call him skinny.
Did you? Yeah, I think some shadow boxing is what you need.
Do that.
Call him skinny as well.
Do you want to say too? Because there's been talks. We want to try and get him. I'd love to get him on bare knuckle show. You mean? Just say we've heard there's rumours about bare knuckle fighting.
I'm naturally your first opponent.
Do you want this?
Do you want some of this
come
and
get
then
this.
then throw a little three-punch combo?
Do you want to? There's no. Do you think you're big enough to take
Yeah.
this?
Call her a string bean.
Do you think you can take this off my gut?
Come on.
But then, yeah, you should give it a quick, 1, 2, 3, a little straight hook.
He's on about coming to bare knuckle.
No, just say.
He's
just
been
say,
on about coming to bad
No,
knuckle.
just say there's been talks.
There's been talks about.
Just say there's been talks. There's been mentions of about you getting
Been whispered.
involved with bare knuckle. You obviously want this.
He's saying, like, he's not coming to this office right now, is he? Because I'm panicking.
You Eddie, you little pussy. I've seen you with them two brothers. More like lovers. If you want a bit, let's sign some papers. Bitch.